Okay. So what is the definition of NFA? Can you tell me? How can you define NFA? The English language definition. Can you give me the definition?
So it should accept all strings belong to L.
Wonderful. It should accept.
All string belong to language, and
What is the second point?
it is don't, sir. It is don't care about rejecting string.
It does not care about
Rejecting string,
rejecting string.
but no way rejecting string can be accepted.
Yes, so it is important, but no way
Rejecting string can be accepted.
option. So let's take an example. Before formally define non-deterministic finite automata, let's take an example. Let's assume my alphabet is A, B. My language is MCT. What are the actually strings inside this language? What is the first string?
A, B, A.
What is the
A,
first
A.
string? What
A,
is the
A.
first?
Should A.
A,
Should do A. Only A. Fine. What is the next one? Second length?
A,
A, and
B,
B. So this is to continue and infinite. So we have to accept all strings belongs to language. So what can we do? It would be like something like this. Starting from here, we don't care what we get at the very beginning. Am I right? We might get many A, many B, or we don't get any A, any B. We consider this one. This movement is the last A. And we are done. So this is the NFA. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
So let's try to do this. A, B. So let's take a string which belongs to this language. So let's take BA, BA, A. Okay? So let's set this up. BA, BA, A. So we have to start with state A. Am I right?
yes, sir.
So after seeing B, what should I go?
A,
I should go to A. Now,
B.
seeing A, what should I go?
B.
I can remain in A, I can remain in A, or I can go to B. If I go to B, then I cannot eat rest of the letters. So in this case, I'm going to take the choice.
A.
I will remain in A. So that is called non-determinism. I have more than one option to go other states. It's the one kind of non-determinism. I can go to A and I can go to B. But for accepting this string, I would remain in A. So it is a kind of non-determinism. It is permissible in NFA, but it is not permissible in DFA. DFA, you are pretty sure that where you need to go. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
So instead of going to A, if I go to B, then I cannot eat any further letters. Am I right? If I go to B, there is no more movements. Then what happened? I have no other option than rejecting the string. But I'm not going to B. I will still remain in the A so that I can eat rest of the letters and I can accept the string. Is it clear to you? So I have option. I went to some bifurcated way. In this path, I can go to left, I can go to right. Instead of going to right, I go to left so that I can accept the string. Is it clear to you? So I have choice. I have choice of transition. That is one kind of non-determinism. This is the non-determinism. Done? Is it clear to you, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then after saying B, why should I go? I have no
A.
other option than A. Saying another A, why should I go?
A.
I still remain in A, and the final A, somehow I know that this is the last A.
B.
Then I go to B and I accept it. So this is the non-determinism. All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is one of the point of non-determinism. What would be the another point of non-determinism? What would be the another point of non-determinism? Another point is something like this. Another point might be something like this. Let's assume another. Let's take another example. Let's take another example. What would be my language? Let's take another. It will be also another important part. Starts with A. So what would be the NFA? What would be the NFA?
A.
So we have to start from here. We assume we got the start A. Then
B.
whatever we get after that, we don't care.
G,
So
sir.
this is NFA. Okay. So in this case, there is another kind of non-determinism. Let's take this string, BBA. This string does not belong to language. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
It starts with B.
B.
But if you want to travel, how can you travel? You have to start with, let's call it state number A.
So epsilon থাকবে এটা
কোন epsilon?
মানে ওই যে ইনিশিয়াল স্টেটই থাকবে
দেখেন সেটা তো বলছি, এটা তো মজাটা। So what are the strings inside this? A, B, A, so on, and it is also infinite. So let's start with B. We are in state A. After seeing B, where should I go? You cannot
So
go
nowhere.
anywhere. We cannot go anywhere. We have to stuck over there. So what is the meaning of this? That I cannot read any of these letters. Am I right? That means you are halted. You are halted. That means your buffer, if you implement a machine, your buffer cannot go further. It is stuck. And why did it stuck? Is it stuck in a final state or non-final state?
non-final
Non-final state. That means it is rejected. And this is another kind of non-determinism. Because, huh?
সেটাকে ডেথ স্টেট বলা যায় স্যার?
এটা ডেথ স্টেট না। সাধারণত আমরা NFA তে ডেথ স্টেট গুলা we discard those because of this point. It does not care about rejecting strings. It does not care about rejecting string, but no strings not belongs to L can be accepted. So we don't care what happened to rejecting string. As long as the rejecting strings halted in a non-final state, that would be more than sufficient. I don't care where the non-accepting strings go in the finite automata state. I don't care about that one, which state it is going to. But as long as it is halted in a non-final state, it would be fine for me. Is it clear to you? And this is also another kind of non-determinism because you don't have any move for B. Did you get it? You don't have any move for B. But we know that as it is halted in a non-final state, it is definitely rejected. Is it clear to you guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is also another kind of non-determinism. Fast non-determinism here. Fast non-determinism is you have multiple moves from a state for a letter. You have multiple moves for a state in a letter. For example, let's draw this one. So if you draw this way, I have A and B. Let's draw the table. Okay, and here also A and B. So A should go where? Seeing A, where should it go? A, state A, seeing A, why should it go?
A.
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 A and B both, right?
হ্যাঁ মানে অপশন
Because
দুইটাই
A should go to A seeing A should go to B. It is not possible in DFA, am I right? DFA is a function. For a state, there is only one straight line. Am I right? In the DFA.
Yes, sir.
yes sir
But NFA, it is not compulsory. You might not have any straight line, or you might have multiple straight line. For example, in A, you have multiple straight line. In B, you don't have any straight line. Both are permittable in NFA because it is not a function. So this is one kind of non-determinism. And second one, we have already talked. It is also apparent here. B does not have any move. For example, if you draw this one as well, A, B, A, B, A should going A, it should have a move here, and B should go here, B here. But A does not have any move on B. Am I right? A does not have any move on B. Am I right? So it is also permittable. This is also another kind of non-determinism. Did you get it?
yes sir
Okay, so now let's formally define the NFA. So what is the definition of FA, finite automata? FA? How can you define FA? How can you define FA? We can define FA using what? Using quintuple. What are the quintuples inside? What are the elements inside the quintuple? The first one is
Q,
then
Q.
Q,
Sigma.
then sigma,
Sigma.
then
transition function,
delta,
Delta.
not set function, set transition, then
Q naught
what?
Q naught.
and final state.
Okay. In DFA, what is delta? What is delta?
Transition.
Q cross delta.
Transition function.
Transition function.
It's a transition function. The Q cross sigma to Q. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
NFA, delta is a transition relation.
Okay.
It's a transition relation. Q cross sigma related with Q. Q cross sigma related with Q. Okay? So what can happen in, so let's take a function. Let's assume I have A, B, C. Let's assume something. Sigma is A comma B. And Q is A, B, C. Right? Okay? So let's take this one. A comma B, B comma A, B comma B, C comma A, C comma B. And here, so this is my Q cross sigma. Q is nothing but A, B, C. So let's assume A comma A has this transition on A, this one. A comma B has a B, B comma has A, B comma B has B, C comma A has C, C comma B has C. Is it a DFA? Is it a DFA?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is a DFA because
sir.
this is a function.
Yes.
Now let's assume A comma A not only go to A comma A also can go to B. B comma B not only go to B comma B can go to C. And also I remove this one. Two things happening here. Some of the members in the domain, they are not used. C comma B is not used. And some have multiple straight lines. So is it any more function?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
No.
That time, if you define transition in this way, then it becomes NFA,
NFA.
not a function. Not a function, only relation. Only relation বললে আবার একটা confusion আছে. So is it clear to you guys? So two ways the functional relation can be broken. First of all, might not have any straight line for some members in the domain like this, and some members might have multiple. Is any of these two rules are broken, then it is no longer DFA, it becomes NFA.
NFA.
Done?
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা, আপনারা বলতে পারেন যে স্যার NFA তো খুব জটিল, NFA is a complicated one. Why we are going to do the NFA? Am I right? NFA is a complicated problem. Why we people are going to do NFA? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Let's take this for example. Actually, drawing NFA is much more easier than drawing DFA. Okay, because you don't care about the rejection state. Let's give you this example, then it's become very clear. Let's give a little complicated example. Which one is actually have complicated DFA? Let's assume my sigma is A comma B. My language is AAA W BBB, where W belongs to A comma B star. What would be the NFA for this? Sorry, what would be the DFA for this? At first, let's draw DFA. What would be the first string that might be inside this language? What would be the first string inside this language? This W or omega can be anything, A comma B star.
So triple A, triple B.
Triple A, triple B. Then what would be the next one?
So triple A,
triple A.
Triple A, A,
triple A.
triple B. Then
Triple
there
B,
might be triple A, B, triple B.
B, 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 B. Yes, sir.
Now what would be the DFA for this? Can you draw?
Yes, sir.
Start with epsilon. If I get a, I go to next state. That means I get a. Then another A, I go to here. Then
Another
A,
A.
another go here. In this
Another-
case, wait. In this state, if I get a B, that means I did not start with the A, so I should be in the death state. In this state, if I get a B, I did not get the second A, so I should go to death state. In this case, if I get a B, that means I did not get 3A, so I should go to death state. And I should remain in the death state. Now, what would be the second part?
Then B পেলে সামনে যাব, sir. If I found a B, then I'll go.
So how can you actually take care of this W?
Sir, if I found A or B, if I found A, then it will go this state.
It will go to which state?
Sir, ওর নিজের স্টেটেই থাকবে, স্যার।
ওকে, আচ্ছা, এটা একটা যুক্তি পাওয়া যাচ্ছে।
এরপর বি পেলে সামনে যাব। স্যার আগে কমপ্লিট করি তিনটা বি পেলে কমপ্লিট করে দেই।
ও আচ্ছা, আপনি স্কেলেটন ওটা করছেন। আচ্ছা, এটা
হ্যাঁ,
গুড স্ট্র্যাটেজি। ইটস এ গুড স্ট্র্যাটেজি। ওকে, এটা খুব গুড স্ট্র্যাটেজি। বাট স্কেলেটন টেকনিক ডাজ নট অলওয়েজ ওয়ার্ক। ওকে
স্যার, ও যদি দুইটা বি পাওয়ার পর আবার এ পায়,
হ্যাঁ, ও স্কেলেটন টাকলো, ও
না
এটাকে
স্কেলেটন টাকলাম,
ও এটাকে ও স্মল এই ছোটটাকে স্কেলেটন ধরে তারপর মেকআপ করে চেষ্টা করবে। ওর স্ট্র্যাটেজি ঠিক আছে, ইটস এ গুড স্ট্র্যাটেজি। বাট দেন এখানে এ পেলে ওকে ফাইন, আমি এখানে রিভলভ করব। বি পেলাম, কিন্তু এই বিটা তো লাস্ট তিনটা বি নাও হতে পারে।
বি পেলে সামনে যাব। এবার যদি আমি এ পাই তাহলে আমি আবার পিছনে চলে আসব।
অলরাইট, তার মানে উই আর সিকোয়েন্স ব্রোকেন। ওকে, ফ্যান্টাস্টিক একটা আইডিয়া হলো। তারপর
এরপর যদি আমি পরের বি মানে 2 নাম্বার যেটা বি আছে ওইখানে যদি আবার
সেটা যদি আবার হ্যাঁ, ওকে,
আবার
সিকোয়েন্স ব্রোকেন
এতে চলে আসব, স্যার। হ্যাঁ,
ফ্যান্টাস্টিক, এটাও খুব সুন্দর হলো। তারপর
দেন স্যার লাস্টেরটাতেও যদি এ পাই তাহলে আবার এখানে চলে আসব, আর যদি বি পাই তাহলে ওই স্টেটেই ঘুরবো। লাস্টের
আচ্ছা,
স্টেপটা
হ্যাঁ এটা একটা চমৎকার আইডিয়া হলো, কারণ হচ্ছে বি 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 পাওয়ার পর অনেকগুলো বি, হ্যাঁ ইট ইজ এ কমপ্লিট, ইয়েস দ্যার ইজ নট ব্রোকেন ইন দ্য, বাট ইউ সি ইট ইজ ভেরি কমপ্লিকেটেড one, am I right? It's a complicated NFA, complicated DFA, but if you draw NFA it is like a piece of cake. I don't care about the rejecting strings, only A, I'm done. Then I don't care how many A or B I got, then I get B, B, B. শেষ, কোনো চিন্তা ভাবনারই কিছু নাই, NFA টাইকে দিন, it's the correct NFA. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
এখানে আমি A, I'm pretty sure I got A, then I don't care how many A or B I got, this means it is going to take care of this one. Then after suddenly I think I got my last 3 B's, I am done and I'm done. This is the NFA, and I don't care about the rejected string. So you see that NFA drawing is very easy if you know how to draw NFA. If you don't know how to draw NFA, then it's difficult. If
Sir.
you're getting,
স্যার ও যদি ফার্স্ট এ পাওয়ার পর যদি স্যার কোনো বি পায় তাহলে কি স্যার ওইটা আমার ড্র করা লাগবে না?
না, কারণ ওটা rejected. Why am I going to draw that one? I don't care about the rejected strings.
ও ওকে
I
That's
don't
why
care.
it is NFA.
I don't care about the rejected strings. That is the point. But no way rejected strings can be accepted. If I go over here, I get a A, then suddenly if I get a B, definitely it is a rejecting. So what happened? The next one, as there is no move in this state on B, I would be halted here. I would be halted here. That means I am halted in a non-final state. That means it is rejected. That is in the definition of the NFA. Is it clear to you guys?
Sir, sorry to
জি
disturb,
স্যার
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, triple A, triple B টা স্যার বুঝিনি স্যার।
Triple B বুঝেন নাই কেন? Why didn't you understand triple A, triple B? I don't care about the rejecting string. I'm only caring about the accepting string. Accepting string must start with triple A. So A. Then there is a W there and or omega there. Omega is nothing but any string possible over A, comma B. So I just loop over there so that I can encounter omega. Then after that one, I suddenly think I get the triple B. So I get triple B and accept. Sorry. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Why
sir.
that?
Yes, sir.
Why there is a non-determinism here? Why there is a non-determinism? Tell me. Here there is a non-determinism because there it does not have any move on B. Here there is a non-determinism. Here there is no move on B. Here there is a non-determinism. There is no move on B. Here there is a non-determinism. Why there is a non-determinism? At this state there is a non-determinism. Why?
স্যার বি তে দুইটা স্টেপ
There are multiple moves on B. This state and this state.
মাল্টিপল
There is a non-determinism here because it does not move on A. Here is a non-determinism here. It's a does not move on A. Here is a non-determinism here because it does not move on A, comma B. All right? Done. All right, guys. So drawing NFA is very easy. Now, let's go to our today's topic. Before that one, let's take the attendance. Most important topic of today. So, let's talk this one. If you see a diagram at the very second or third class, if you can remember that time, if you can recall that diagram, then you can observe this one is function. These are the set of all functions. Am I right? This is the set of all functions. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
then we consider all functions are also relation. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But there are some relations which are not function. Am I right?
Yes.
So function, this set is completely inside the relation set. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That means all
Yes, sir.
functions are by definition kind of relation. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But there are some relations which are not function. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you make an analogy, what do we get?
All functions are relations, but not all
If we
relations
make an
are
analogy,
functions.
if we make a yes, that is true. But if we make an analogy with this, with finite automata, what do we get? Functions are nothing but DFA. Relations are nothing but NFA. So if we just replace function with DFA and relation with NFA, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this?
All DFA are
What is the meaning
NFA.
of this?
So DFA is a subset.
All DFA are NFA.
All DFA are
DFA is
NFA.
a subset of NFA. DFA are a subset of NFA. খুবই সুন্দর, খুবই সুন্দর। আচ্ছা, বাই দ্য ওয়ে, যে তিনজনকে আমি সবগুলা লেকচার আমার সমস্ত কিছু দিয়ে দিয়েছি, তারা কি শেয়ার করছেন সবার সাথে?
জি স্যার, ওরা দিয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, ওকে,
Yes,
তারা
sir.
সবার সাথে যেন শেয়ার করে। ওরাই হচ্ছে তার ভায়া মিডিয়াম, তারাই সবার সাথে কমিউনিকেট করে। আচ্ছা, so let's come back to the point. The DFA is a subset of NFA because function is a kind of relation by definition. So NFA is more. NFA is more. NFA is more. So NFA is more. DFA is nothing but NFA. So this way we are done. Somehow, if we can convert any NFA to DFA, then what is the meaning of this? If this conversion is possible, if we can convert any NFA to DFA, then what would be the
DFA is
conclusion?
equals to NFA.
Not equal to NFA, but actually they are equal in power. That means whatever you can do using NFA, you can do using DFA, and using DFA, you can do it also using NFA. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because whatever you can do using DFA, as DFA is a NFA, that means all the things you can do using DFA can also do using NFA by definition. But if you can, NFA is more, there is something more in NFA. But those more NFAs can be converted to equivalent DFA. Then what is the meaning of this? That means they are equal in power, right? So if we can do this one, NFA and DFA, they are equivalent in power. That power is equivalent. So one-way conversion is already done. If somebody asks you to draw a NFA for a particular problem, somehow if you draw DFA, then he cannot challenge you because you can say, yes, this DFA is also an NFA, so I'm done, I'm correct. But then if he gave you a NFA, then he says, now tell me, what is the equivalent DFA? Then you have to come up with a solution, equivalent DFA. Then you can say, yes, fine. Now you can say this problem can be solved using NFA and DFA. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Now we're trying to solve this problem, how to convert from NFA to DFA. Conversion from NFA to DFA. So, সবগুলা, actually the technique is everywhere same. The technique is called subset construction. Subset construction. The technique is called subset construction. The same technique, but different way people do this thing. Some people draw transition table and convert it using transition table. Some people directly draw the transition diagram. So I would recommend you to at first draw transition table. Whenever you are getting very expert converting from NFA to DFA, then you can directly convert using transition diagram. But before starting directly transition diagram, it is better to start with transition table, because that is very step-by-step procedure and it is very easy to do. But if you at the very beginning try to convert using only transition diagram, it is getting a little bit complicated. But in both cases, the thing is simple. The algorithm, the main theme of the algorithm is simple. That is nothing but subset construction. Okay? Do you have any question? You can ask me. Done? Katha bolen, tell me.
Question, sir.
না স্যার কোশ্চেন
No question. Okay. Okay, let's draw something. Let's say something like this. A comma A, my sigma is A comma A comma B. A comma B, and let's say my Q is nothing but A comma B comma C. A comma B. B comma A, B comma B. And C comma A, C comma B. Okay, guys? Let's write here A, B, C. I'm drawing the transition function here. So let's assume A to A comma A to A comma B to B, B comma A to here, B comma B here, C comma A here. Is it a DFA or NFA? Is it a DFA or NFA? It is a DFA. Okay. It is a DFA. It's a DFA. Let's assume my initial state one is this, and my final state is actually, let's say, this. See. Now, I remove this one. I remove this one, and I join this one also with B, this one also with B, and I remove this one. Is it any longer DFA?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so how can I convert this one to NFA? How can I convert this NFA to DFA? Sorry.
স্যার আমি মনে হয় বি কমা এটাকে বি এর সাথে
স্যার রিজেকশন গুলো ক্যান্সেল
বি তো স্যার বি এর সাথে আছেই স্যার।
কোনটা?
স্যার এই যে বি কমা বি যেটা বি এর সাথে দিলেন নতুন করে একটা ক্রস করে
আচ্ছা, এটা দুইবার দিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
ওটা বি থেকে বি কমা এটা বি
আচ্ছা, আমার আসলে এটা দেওয়ারই দরকার না। আমি মনে করি এটা নাই, আমার শুধু এখানে দুটো আছে। তো এখন আমাকে কি করতে হবে? আমি যদি এই NFA টাকে, it is a NFA. If I want to convert this NFA to DFA, what I need to do? আমার এই মাল্টিপল স্ট্রেট লাইন গুলাকে
স্যার মাল্টিপল
straight line
এর থেকে
মাল্টিপল লাইন গুলো
কেটে দেন
এর থেকে বি তে কোনটা কেটে দেব?
Anyone?
স্যার এনিওয়ান
কেটে দিলে তো আর হলো না। কেটে দিলে তো আমি তো পুরো ফাংশন রিলেশনটাই চেঞ্জ করে ফেলছি। আমি যদি রিলেশন মানে কাটা ছাটা শুরু করি, জাস্ট কাটিং দ্য রিলেশন, দেন আই উড লস লট অফ ইনফরমেশন অফ দ্য টেবিল. I would lose lot of information of the relation. Then it would not be any longer my correct answer. I tried to accept A. If I cut those relation, it might happen it is accepting only A. So I cannot cut the relation. Relation cutting is not possible. Eta to mane modern day you people's loving history na, loving affairs na, je apnara khali cut and paste koren, seta hobe na. কোনো রিলেশন কাট করা যাবে
আরেকটা লিংকেজ ক্রিয়েট
it is a lifelong relation. Wait, it is like old style love story. It is a lifelong relation. কেন কোনো কাটিং নাই? তো কি করা যায়? আর কি করা যায়? কাট করা যাবে না। কাট করলে তো আমি যেটা চাচ্ছি সেটাই হচ্ছে না। রিলেশন ইজ ব্রোকেন ডাউন। I got a new relation. So what can I do? প্রবলেম হচ্ছে দুইটা। A, A এখন A এর সাথে কানেক্টেড, B এর সাথে কানেক্টেড, আর C, B এ কোনো there is no movement. So I have to resolve both. First of all, they দুটো straight line কে একটা straight line, I have to convert it to single straight line, and another one is somehow in this state I have to draw a straight line. So these are the two problems to convert this particular NFA to DFA. So how can I do that one?
স্যার এ কে যদি মার্জ করে দেওয়া যায় এর সাথে
সুন্দর, অত্যন্ত সুন্দর। A comma A is going to A, and A comma A is going to B. So why don't we merge and consider it as a new state, and we call it AB? Am I right?
Yes.
Now what happened? I got a single straight line. Though initially A comma A goes to A and A comma A goes to B. If I consider those are two separate states, then there will be two separate straight lines. But if we consider AB as a single state, there will be only one straight line. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That is one thing. Good, very good. So now we are almost done. There is only one problem. So this is our main strategy. Strategy number one. What would be for second one? C comma B is going to nowhere. What can we do?
ওটা বাদ দিয়ে দিলে
বাদ দেওয়া যাবে না, আমি তো বললাম relation
cutting.
cutting. No relation cutting is possible. Old style love stories. Relation forever.
স্যার এটা যেহেতু কোনো রিলেশন নেই তাহলে এটা ডেথ স্টেটে চলে যায় স্যার।
এটা ডেস্টে চলে যাবে, but why? Can you explain why? Can you explain why? That means that is the end. In NFA, that is the end. Dead end. Am I right? That is the dead end. That
Yes, sir.
means it might be something like this where I am accepting. It might be something where I am accepting, or it is something where I am rejecting. But after that one, I don't care what is happening. That is the dead end. So if you convert this to DFA, that means after dead end, whatever there, those must be in the rejecting state. Am I right or not? Because that is the dead end.
Yes, sir.
Because let's think it this way. If from that state, there is something to accept, that cannot be actually the dead end. There will be something more states to accept those strings. Am I right or not? Am I right or not? If this is not the final state, or if it is not the non-final, let's take this way. If there is something more to accept after this state, definitely it cannot be dead end. If this is not the end of the string, if there is something more to accept or reject, definitely that would not be dead end. So that time logically there will be something more. As there is something not more, so we can consider C comma B directly go to dead state, and it should remain in the dead state. Is it clear to you guys? All right. So let's try solving some problems. Which one I'm going to take first? কোনটা দিয়ে শুরু করব? কথা বলেন। সোজা দিয়ে শুরু করি অ্যান্সারতে।
জি স্যার।
জি স্যার। What is the NFA? What is the NFA? Initially, I don't care how many A or B I got. I think this one is my last day and I'm done. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the NFA. Okay. So let's name this. So the technique is simple, subset construction. All this algorithm is called subset construction. But you can accomplish this one differently. So let's do the first one, that drawing a table. So what would be my table for this NFA? What would be my table for this NFA? A comma B, and I have A and B. A on seeing A, where should it go? কথা বলেন।
Sir, I have two paths,
Yes, so I would go to A and B.
or B.
A on seeing B, where should it go?
A,
A.
sir.
A,
B, where should it go?
A.
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 Kothai. B, A, Kothai.
Oh,
A
achha,
also-
sorry.
So empty set, empty
Empty
set.
set.
So it is the NFA, transition table. Now, I'm going to convert this one to DFA. Let's draw this step. So remember, this is my first start state. This is my final state. So always start with the start state. So let's start with A and let's do this one. This one is for denoting it's a merging state. As it is a singleton, that's why inside it there is only one state. Now, A seeing A, where should it go? A seeing A, where should it go?
AB.
Sir, AB.
Sir,
So,
AB.
so we have to merge. There are two states there. So we merge it, make AB. Then A seeing B, where should it go?
A.
A.
Sir,
So
A.
it is a singleton, so no problem. Now, where should we go next? Don't blindly go to B because we did not even encounter B. We're in this process of subset construction. Right now, we have constructed only AB.
Sir, AB একটা state
Wait.
বানাবো।
Right now, don't blindly go to B because we are under construction. We are applying the algorithm. Right now, we got A. After A, we got AB and A. A is already done. So we got AB. So we have to construct AB first. So let's try to construct AB. So what would be the AB? So take this one. This is my A. This is my B. Take this one. This is my A. This is my A. This is my B. If we merge these two, if we want to merge AB, if we want to merge AB, then for A, we have to merge the entries in A and B. So we have to merge these two. So if we merge these two, what do we get? A, B, and nothing. So what would be the merge?
AB.
And for AB, if we merge these two state, for B entry, we have to merge these two. So what do we get? A and empty. What would be this case?
A.
A. Done. A is already done. AB is done. And A is done. So we don't need to go further. We are done with the DFA. The DFA is getting complete. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So start state remain the same. That is the singleton A. But what would be the final state? All states contain final states of NFA are also final states for DFA. Did you get it? All states contain final states of NFA are also final states for DFA. So what is the final state for NFA? B, right? What is the
Yes.
final state for NFA? B. And in DFA conversion, what are the states contain B? What are the states contain B?
AB, sir.
AB.
AB. So it is the only final states. It is contained in AB. So it is only the final state. Now let's draw this one. This one. What would be the case? So I would get A. Then A seeing A. It is the start state. A seeing A. A seeing A should go to AB. Okay. A seeing B should remain in A. AB seeing A should contain in A. And seeing B, it should come back to A. So can you remember? This is the DFA. Am I right? We know this DFA before. We know this DFA before. So this is the same DFA. Only the states name changes. Am I right? Got it?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, AB the final state, right?
Yeah, every final step. So circle this. Now let's put this way. Let's A say A, and this one say B. So what would be the case? We have drawn this before. The same thing. Okay, yes. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So let's draw another one. Which one I'm going to do? Content A. Let's do this. What are the strings inside this language? What is the list string?
A,
A,
Then
A,
B, A, A,
A, so on. একটা A থাকলে it is more than enough, infinite. So what would be the NFA for this? What would be the NFA for this? What would be the NFA for this? Tell me.
স্যার স্কেলেটন আঁকি ফার্স্ট একটা
NFA তে skeleton একে লাভ হবে না। Please don't draw skeleton in NFA. Please don't draw a skeleton in NFA. NFA তে skeleton রাখলে ভুল হবে আর।
if I found any A, then it's the final state.
Okay. If I get any A, I would go to final state. So it is your assumption. But is it enough to accept all the strings?
No sir, then হচ্ছে স্যার আমি ফাইনাল যদি বি পাই ফাইনাল স্টেটে গিয়ে বা এ বি যাই পাই না কেন ওটা ওই স্টেটেই ঘুরবে।
আচ্ছা এখানে আমি দিলাম is it final, is it enough?
Yes sir, I think
Yes,
No,
sir.
it is not enough. If we start with
B
B,
টা হয়নি।
BA, let's get BBA. This is belongs to language. So how can we accept this
স্যার
string?
ইনিশিয়াল স্টেটে দিয়ে দেই স্যার বিবি
Okay. Yes, it is all right. It is not fine. It is wonderful. So let's draw this. So let's draw the table first. What would be the table for this? So let's name this. Let's call it A. Let's call it B. So my table, NFA table.
বুঝি নাই স্যার, এটা বুঝাবেন?
ও কিন্তু অ্যালগরিদমটা বলেছে, ও যখন বলেছে তখন কেন বলেননি? আমার এখানে গোলটা কি? What is my goal? What is my goal here? My goal is here. I should get mute. I should get at least 1A. I should get at least 1A. I don't care what I get before and what I get after. As long as I get a A, I'm done. So that's why in the initial state, I don't care how many A or B I got. Suddenly I get a A, I will consider it is the only A I need. After that, on how many A or B I got, I don't care. So it is the algorithm. Okay, guys? Now let's draw the table. A, B. B is the final state. A has movement on A where?
A B.
A, B. A has movement on B where?
B,
B.
না,
A B.
A,
A B. Oh sorry.
B. Only B.
A.
Only B. B has movement on A. B has movement on A where? B on A where?
Yeah, B sir.
B. B on B also move on B. So I'm going to convert this one using subset construction. So we can draw actually and take converting to DFA. So start.
স্যার A move on B তে তো A তেই থাকে, B তে তো না।
A on A.
A move on B তো B না A।
Oh, acha, acha. Thank you. Hi. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Now let's do this. So it is my start state, and this is my merge state. It is the singleton state. Now A, seeing A, why should it go? AB. So I have to merge these two. So what would be the new state? AB. Am I right?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Okay. Then A sing B, where should it go? The single term merge set A. Now, which one I next need to construct?
AB.
AB, sir.
AB, because I have encounter. So A is done. I have to construct AB. If I try to construct AB, so this is my AB. If I merge these two, A, B, B, it's a union, set union. So I do not need to write multiple times B. It is nothing but A.
B.
And if we also merge over here, it is nothing but also AB. So we are done. Any no more? So this one, all are done. So which one would be the final state?
Sir.
AB.
AB. AB. Because B is the final state, it's only there. So if we draw the DFA, it would be something like this. Done. So it contains A. All right, so let's do the last example. Let's take the complicated one. Try to convert it to DFA. Okay. What is this? That one? That language? A comma B. Language is all strings. A omega B where omega belongs to A comma B star. So what is the NFA for this? What is the NFA for this? Guys, what is the NFA for this?
এটার পিছনে একটা করেছিলাম স্যার সেম
Hey, what is the NFA for this? A. We know that its DFA is very complicated. Its NFA is very simple. So I'm taking the simplest NFA, and whenever I'm converting into DFA, you are going to see that it is actually same. So that's why I'm taking this example. Then I don't care. Okay. So this is the NFA. A, B, C, D, then E, then E, F, G, H. Okay. So what is the table for this? A, B, C, E, F, G, H. This is the start state. This is the final state. All right. So A sing A, where should it go?
বি
B. A sing B, null set.
নাও স্যার
B sing A, going to C.
সি
B sing B, null set. C sing A, where should it go? E. C sing B, where should it go? C sing B, where should it go?
Now
C,
set.
নাও স্যার নাও স্যার
null set. Null set.
বাট ই
E sing A, where should it go?
ই
And E sing B, where should it go?
ই এস ই অর
E,
এফ
E or F. F sing B, where should it go? G.
জি
And F sing A, null set. G,
স্যার স্যার ভুলেছি স্যার এ হইলে এফ সিন এ ইজ নাল সেট এফ সিন বি ইজ
null set. G sing B, where should it go?
এইচ
স্যার এটা তো লিখেন নাই।
এ হলে যাবে না বি হলে এইচ
H, null set. Null set.
নাল সেট
So this one I need to convert to DFA. Okay, guys. So how can I convert? Starting from where? State number
Starting
A.
from A.
This is the merge on singleton A. A seeing A, where should it go?
B.
B. A seeing B, where should it go?
Nothing. Faka set.
Faka set. That means dead state.
Dead state.
এটা ফাঁকাই রাখেন আপাতত।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, ডেড স্টেটই স্যার। হ্যাঁ
আপাতত ফাঁকা রাখেন।
ওকে স্যার।
আচ্ছা ডেড স্টেট দিয়ে দেন, সমস্যা নাই, সরাসরি দিয়ে দেন। বি সিং এ, where should it go?
C.
C. আর B seeing B, where should it go? Dead state.
Dead state.
Then let's take C. C seeing A, where should it go?
E.
E. And B, it should be on dead state.
Dead state.
E seeing A, where should it go?
Either E sir.
E.
Only E.
And B seeing where it should go? EF.
EF.
What would be the next one I need to do? I need to do, so A is done, B is done, B is done, C is done, E is done. So
EF.
D is remaining and EF is remaining. So D is simple, we know that. But if you want to write, you can write. But we have to do EF.
Yes.
So let's write EF. What would be the EF? EF. Am I right? So if you merge these two, then you have to merge E. You have to merge E. Am I right?
Yes sir.
EF has state A. EF on transition A. What would be the case? E.
E.
And B, it should go to EFG. So E is done. EF is done. EFG.
EFG.
If you take EFG, so EFG, there are three. Then EFG on A, what would be the case? E. But EFG on B, what is the case? EFGH. Then this one is done. EFGH. Now let's take EFGH.
Again sir, E হবে. A.
EFGH on A, it should be E. E, but EFGH on B is EFGH. Right?
Yes.
So we're done with this. What remains? Only D. D is nothing but D and D, because this is the dead state. Am I right? So we are done. Now if you draw the finite automata for this, what do we get? A,
B.
B, C, E, D, EF, EFG, EF, GH. What would be the final state? What would be the final state?
So EFGH.
EFGH. This would be the final state. Now, A seeing A, where should it go? B. A seeing B, where should it go? This state. B seeing A, where should it go? C. B seeing B, where should it go? This state. C seeing A, where should it go? E. C seeing B, where should it go? This state. E seeing A, why should it go? Remain in the E state. E seeing B, why should it go? EF. EF seeing A, why should it go? E. EF seeing B, why should it go? EFG.
EFG.
EFG seeing B, why should it go? EFGH. And seeing A, it should return back to E. EFGH seeing A, why should it go? It is return back to A. EFGH seeing B, why should it remain? It should remain in the same state. D, is it the same? The previous one? Just consider this one A, this one B, this one C, this one E, this one F, this one G, this one H. If you take these two diagrams, they are identical. Did you get it? Am I right or not?
Yes, sir. Right.
This one and this one are identical. All right. So this is the end of today's class. Do you have any question? You can ask.
No, sir.
Okay. No question? আমাদের কবে থেকে ইউনিভার্সিটি বন্ধ হচ্ছে? When the university will be closed?
স্যার 29 তারিখ থেকে মনে হয়, 30 তারিখ থেকে তো বন্ধই পুরোপুরি, মানে 29 তারিখে লাস্ট ক্লাস।
ওকে, সো আচ্ছা। আর আমাদের খুলবে কবে একটু বলবেন?
4 তারিখ মনে হয় স্যার 4 তারিখ খুলবে।
আচ্ছা, 5 তারিখে একটা বুধবারে ক্লাস আছে। Alright guys, then see you in the next class. Till then, goodbye.
Allah, sir.
Allah.
Khuda Hafiz, sir.
আল্লাহ হাফেজ স্যার।
স্যার অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স কি নেবেন?
Attendance দিয়ে নিয়েছি তাদের।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Khuda Hafiz, sir. Thank you, sir.
স্যার
জি,
ওই যে আপনি স্যার বলেছিলেন না যে আপনাকে আমার আইডিটা স্যার দিলে আপনি একটু চেক করে দেখবেন যে আমার ওয়ানের অ্যানসারটা।
মেল করে আমাকে ইয়া করেন। মেল
আচ্ছা
করে
আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ আই উইল ইমেজ দিস মেল।
ওগুলো কিছুই হবে না, ঠিক আছে? মানে মূল ব্যাপার হচ্ছে আপনাকে যখন আমি একটা মেল পাঠাবো যে আপনি আপনার আইবি আইডিটা কারেক্টলি এবং একটা পাসওয়ার্ড চুজ করে আমাকে মেসেজ পাঠাবেন। পিয়াজাত পোস্ট, প্রাইভেট
ঠিক
পোস্ট।
আছে।
তারপর আপনার পাসওয়ার্ড ছাড়া কেউ অ্যাক্সেস করতে পারবে না, ঠিক আছে? আর সবচেয়ে বড় কথা হচ্ছে তারপরও যদি অ্যাক্সেস করে তার মানে আপনি আপনার পাসওয়ার্ড কাউকে দিয়েছেন। এটা হচ্ছে সিম্পল। ওকে,
ঠিক আছে, দেখতেছি।
টেক কেয়ার, বাই।
স্যার আমি স্যার আবার স্যার মানে রেকর্ড করব না, হ্যাঁ যদি মানে ভুল টুল কিছু হয় এর জন্য।
কোন রেকর্ড?
মানে
হ্যাঁ, রেকর্ড
ওটা
ওটা আমার মাথায় আছে। আমি আপনাদের রেকর্ডের ব্যবস্থা করব, ব্যাপার আছে। ওটা দেখবেন, পরীক্ষার সময় দেখবেন।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে,
ওকে,
থ্যাংক ইউ।